didn't sleep a wink last night. It brought it all back to me, every ghastly second of that terrible day.
I suppose it must have. Still, there is a funny side to it, isn't
I
there?
fail to see it.
Well, I mean, fancy winning a My Honeymoon competition, describing the perfect honeymoon, when you've never even set foot inside a church, let alone dived in a double bed. I mean, some folk might think that hilarious. Or ironic.
Ironic, that's more like it. Oh, I could describe it all right, couldn't I? It was all there in my head, but could I do it? No, I couldn't. I'm a wimp.
Now, Mavis, don't go getting bitter.
I wish I'd never gone in for the stupid competition. I must have felt very sure at that stage, mustn't I? Well, when I sent it into the magazine, I must have felt very sure that I was going to go on a honeymoon, else I'd never have sent it. So, what happened to make me change my mind? And when did it actually start to happen?
Now, Mavis, these are very old coals you're raking over. Let's just forget you ever won that competition.
But the magazine will be getting in touch with me, won't they? I won the first prize, a second perfect honeymoon.
Yes, but when you tell him you're still a spinster...
Rita, I wish you wouldn't use that word. I'm not over fond of it.
Sorry. When you tell them you're still a single person, they'll disqualify you. They'll have to.
I suppose they will.
Nay, come on, Mavis. You can't go on a flipping second honeymoon before you've even been on your first. Besides, who would you take with you? Coal fella.
There's Victor.
You're unscrupulous, you, aren't you? When it comes to getting something for now, no morals, no principles. They'll disqualify you, and that'll be the end of it.
I finished my papering last night, would you believe?
Did you?
And though I say it myself what did it, it was a classy job. Not a join or a wrinkle in sight. I think Herr Schickelgruber himself would have been proud of it. What's this?
It's for you.
Yes, I can see that. Did you notice?
Yes.
Have you got another job?
Yes.
Where are you going?
The Gazette.
The Gazette? Did you apply for a job?
No, they offered it me.
Did they? Saw your work, recognised genius and poached you from me.
Yeah, something like that. Look, I had to take it, Ken. It's moving in the right direction, you know, it's a bigger paper.
The Times, here I come.
Fleet Street, definitely.
I don't suppose there's any point in offering you more money.
No.
Well, congratulations, I wish you luck.
Thank you. I'm sorry if I'm leaving you a bit high and dry.
I'll manage till I get somebody else.
Yeah, you'll have a queue for my job.
Yeah.
And, well, thanks for giving me my chance.
You're a natural.
I'm really sorry to be going.
I'm sorry you're going.
Deirdre won't be.
Perhaps not.
I'm sorry I'm a bit late.
Not a bit late, Hilda, very late.
I said I was sorry.
If one of us gets behind, it throws all of us behind for the rest of the morning. I don't want things getting slack, Hilda, that's all I'm saying. Would you give these new glasses a rinse, please, Betty, and put them on the shelf?
Yeah.
Well, flipping heck. How many times has she been late? She used to meet herself going home sometimes.
Well, she used to get told off and all by Mrs. Wilkerson. That's changed.
Ooh, you're telling me. Any road, I was waiting in to see if Henry turned up. Because I found him, you know, yesterday.
You never.
Yeah, I did. He was in the library. Oh, we had a good talk, all about all his troubles and that. He said he didn't fancy coming back, but I'm not sure if he meant it.
I am pleased for you, Hilda, love.
Ta very much. Now, better get started before Mae West throws a fit and bursts her corsets.
Why? Da-da-da-dee-dee. Pom, pom, pom.
Did I see Mrs. Ogden coming here just now?
Yes, she did. She's very busy and so am I.
Well, you can pass a message on to her, can't you?
Well, I can if it's a very short one.
It's brief and to the point. You learn to be when you're under fire, you know.
Is that a fact?
Yes. Tell her I'm still on the job trying to track down a missing lodger. Now, I'm covering the DHSS and the JC this morning. That's the Social Security and the Job Centre. Got that? Ta-ra.
Hey, hang on a minute, Percy.
Shh! What are we supposed to be listening for?
That. I thought I heard the Gazette van. Andy's chucked him in doorway again. I think he thinks he's in America, that driver.
You look a picture from behind, Mrs. Fairclough. Anybody ever tell you that?
No, not a compliment I've had before. Now, if you've just come in for a warm and a peek at the noughties, on your way.
I am about to have my lunch in the Rovers and require one newspaper to peruse over me tater ash. How you work with her, Maeve? She's very unfriendly.
I think she's finding it a strain these days, been on her feet all day.
Do you want a Gazette? Hot off the presses.
Aye, go on. Hey, Maeve, you're in here.
On?
Oh, front page, look. Bride that never was wins dream honeymoon. Mavis Riley's wedding to Derek Wilton never took place, but yesterday she learnt that her description of a perfect honeymoon had won a first prize in a magazine competition. And the prize, another honeymoon. Is that right, Maeve? You have won another honeymoon describing one you never had. Must have a vivid imagination.
You change.
Hey, who's going with you on this honeymoon, Maeve? Because I will come gladly. And then you'll have your suave, man-of-the-world experience, you know what I mean? Better than envying any novice, you know what I mean, kid?
Ta-ra, Jack. We're just closing for his dinner.
Think about it, Maeve. Bride that never was wins dream honeymoon. It's amazing what you read in papers, isn't it?
Tell me it's not true. Just tell me it's not true.
No, it's all there, love, like you said. Well, see for yourself.
Oh, how did they get to know about it?
Hey, search me.
Oh, look, it's my name plastered all over the paper, everything about the wedding. Oh, everybody be laughing at me.
Oh, come on, Mavis, calm down.
Calm down, I'm a laughing stock.
It's on your little local paper. Hardly anybody ever takes
It's
it.
local, exactly. It circulates round here where everybody knows about me. Oh, Rita, who could have done such a terrible thing?
There's no name on the article.
Well, somebody must have written it.
Are you sure you didn't talk to any reporters?
Of course I'm sure. Whether the only person I've spoken to has got anything to do with the newspaper is Sally Waterman. She works for the Recorder. Anyway, she promised me she wouldn't print anything. She promised faithfully.
She could have passed it on, I suppose. Passed it on to Gazette.
Do they do that sort of thing?
Who knows what they do? Reporters? They're like spies, aren't they?
That's just what I feel like. I just feel I've been spied on. I feel like a peep show.
It's a poem, not a blemish. Like the breast of a robin.
Hey, hang on. You've only stuck a bit of wallpaper up and I held the steps.
You're a first-class paper hanger's mate, and if you ever want a reference... Oh, by the way, that reminds me, Sally slipped me a communication this morning, a resignation.
What?
She's leaving, joining the Gazette.
What, just like that, out of the blue?
Just like that, apparently they offered her the job.
Didn't you try and persuade her to stay?
Yes, I did. I even offered her more money.
Did you know?
Yes, purely for selfish reasons. I mean, she is my one and only staff.
You're going to be very lonely in that office, aren't you?
I'm going to be overworked.
You know, I got Miss Waterman wrong. I thought she found working for you irresistible.
So did I.
Watch it. You come home for your dinner?
No, actually, I came home to cast my eye over the building materials.
Well, if you want to make a start, I can always make you a potted meat butty.
No, I think I'll wait till I got a little more time. Let's go to the Rovers, shall we?
Hello, what's happened to my cocky little handyman, then?
The units will be up tonight. No problem.
I've finished my work, Miss Lynch. I trust you'll find everything satisfactory.
Hey, now, what's with all this Miss Lynch business, Hilda?
I thought that's what you wanted, everything proper and formality.
Look, I'm sorry if I barked at you this morning. Betty's told me you were waiting to see if Henry had turned up.
Yes, I was. In fact, he might be waiting on my doorstep now.
Well, I hope he is. Love.
Yeah, me and all. Oh, the house hasn't been the same without him.
Miss Riley said it's very embarrassing. I'd forgotten I'd entered for the silly thing. I just did it on the spur of the moment. How was I to know the wedding wouldn't take place and the honeymoon would be cancelled?
Hey, embarrassing. She'll never be able to show her face round here again.
Oh, I know, poor girl.
Hey, it serves her right. Should have took the plunge like we did and took the consequences like we did.
Oh, thank you, my love.
Hey, hold on a minute, Vera. He never turned up neither, did he? That Derek Wilton.
Hey, well, Mavis should have found him. It's an insult to every other woman, that, letting him get away with that.
That's what you did with your Jack. Dragged him to the church with a scruff of the neck.
See what, I were hoping he wouldn't turn up. When I saw him at the altar, do you know, I nearly died. I tried to make a dash for it, but my dad dragged me back by elbow, right down hand.
He was trying to get it off his hand.
Yes, folks. What's your pleasure?
A lager and a glass of bitter, please.
First-class choice, if I might say so. The bitter in this pub is in the peak of condition, and I should know because I look after it.
Have you always worn specs, Mrs. Barlow?
Since I was about 9, yeah.
I've never seen anybody who suits specs as well as you do. You hardly notice you've got them on.
You've got a fan there.
I never know with him, whether he means what he says or it's just a line.
Oh, he must mean it. You're okay.
Oh, you're only saying that because you think you might need me muscles tonight.
Every tradesman needs his labourer.
Thanks, love.
Hello, can I get your drink?
You can help me.
I'll try.
Have you seen the Gazette this morning?
No. No, I haven't.
There's one here, Ken. Can Ken have a look at your Gazette, Jack?
Ah, of course you can. Hey, you missed a good scoop for the reporter there, Ken.
Hey, it's better than what you get in Sunday papers.
Front page.
Oh, I don't believe it. How did they get onto it?
Perhaps Ken knows.
I haven't a clue.
Mavis thinks Sally Waterman might have told them. And if she has, it's unforgivable. Don't you think? Ken?
If she has, yes, I do think it's unforgivable.
Come on in and sit yourself down. Oh, have you had any dinner?
Oh, I had a snack in that new place in Precinct, the Crusty Cob.
Oh, yeah, that vegetable place. What did you have? Plate of carrots and nuts?
They do a nice leek soup.
Oh, fancy. Oh, it is nice to see you sitting in that chair again. I knew you'd come back, you know. Well, it's all in the past now, isn't it, all that trouble at the factory? Oh, folk have got other things to think about. They've all got their own troubles, you know, especially round here. I mean, take Mrs. Butterworth, lives in the next street. Husband's had a seizure, daughter's gone off with a foreigner, and yesterday she left a chip pan on and set fire to her kitchen.
Mrs. Ogden.
And like I told you yesterday, you've already made them feel small, you know. Oh, telling them off at that dance. Oh, some of them feel very small indeed.
Mrs. Ogden.
Yes, Henry?
I don't know how to say this.
Say what?
I'm sorry, but
It's only me, Mr. Ogden. I'm afraid I've got nothing to report again. What are you doing here? I've been out looking for you. I've got soaked at skin looking for you.
I'm sorry.
I tracked him down yesterday, Mr. Sugden.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
Well, I've not seen you to tell you.
Didn't Mrs. Turpin tell you I was going out searching again?
Well, yeah, but you'd already gone by then, hadn't you?
I hope you realise the trouble you put people through this last few days. I've combed this town for you. Combed it. And if I get my death a cold, I know who to come to for compensation. Good day to you. And if you go missing again, leave a forwarding address.
He's upset, isn't he?
Yeah, not to mention wet.
Yes.
Now then, where were we?
I was going to say, I'm not stopping. I've thought about it very carefully, and I really do think it would be better if I made a fresh start somewhere else, far away from here, away from Weatherfield.
Oh. Well, it's up to you, of course, Henry.
I am sorry. I was very happy here.
I was happy to have you here.
Hi, you're back early. Thought you'd be up to your neck in pieces of wooden wall plugs. Something wrong?
Seen your paper today?
My paper? It don't come out till Friday.
The Gazette. That's your paper now, isn't it? It's got your story in it.
What story's that?
The story that you gave them, the Mavis Riley honeymoon that never was story.
What gives you the idea it was me that gave it to them?
Don't insult my intelligence, Sally. Of course it was you. You interviewed her.
I did not interview her.
You spoke with her at length, and you promised you wouldn't write anything.
In the recorder. I said I wouldn't print a story in the recorder.
Oh, very subtle, and that got your conscience off the hook, did it? You promised Mavis to write nothing in the recorder, but anywhere else not covered by your guarantee. You must have a conscience the size of a pea.
It was a good story.
Yes, it did you a lot of good with the Gazette, didn't it? Which came first, the story or the job?
The story, if you must know. But I didn't give it to them for that reason, to get the job. I just didn't want to see it wasted like you were going to do.
I wasn't wasting it. I didn't want to hurt Mavis, humiliate her.
You'd throw away nearly every story you got if you worked on that principle. Most good stories upset somebody. Ask any journalist.
Then they can keep them. I don't like going round upsetting people. Well, not innocents abroad like Mavis.
Well, you're not really a journalist, are you? And the recorder's just a giveaway. One big advertisement, really.
And you are a journalist, I suppose.
I'm going to be.
And damn principles and honesty and facts.
I'll get my facts right, don't you worry. Nobody's saying there's anything wrong with the facts in that story, are they?
No.
Well, then.
I think you got that story out of Mavis by telling her a deliberate lie. It's in the Gazette, but you work for me, so I'm implicated too. Now, if you want to tie up one or two loose ends and leave today, I wouldn't object.
That's what you want?
I do.
Well, I'm quite prepared to work my notice out.
I think the sooner you join the Gazette, the better.
You just think I'm hard and ruthless, don't you? Well, I can be ruthless about some things. I could have been ruthless about you. Just think what a narrow escape you got.
I know what it's like to bathe in the red-hot glare of publicity.
Why, what do? Challenge the army to make a man of you, they wouldn't take you on.
I saw an unidentified flying object, didn't you, Chuck?
He what?
Not only that, he saw the unidentified creatures in the unidentified object, didn't you, Curly?
Well, I believe there's somebody out there, you know.
Do you?
Oh, yeah, I mean, why just us? Doesn't make sense, does it? The infinity of space, and only one man united. There's got to be more worlds.
Why, just space?
You what?
Well, look at that beer there. How do we know that's not another life form? A whole new world in miniature. But in the scale of things, just as big as ours. There could be another Man United down there playing this minute. It's the second half and they're winning 3-0.
Annie Muren scored.
Of course.
I see what you mean.
You'd never get two women going on like that, would you?
Well, they think deeper thoughts than we do, lovey.
I thought they were just bonkers. Hello, Hilda, love. What are you doing in here at this time?
Have you seen anything of Henry?
Oh, yeah, he turned up and he's gone again, for good. Can you give us a pot and lemon, please, see if that'll cheer me up?
I'll get it, and it's on the house.
Oh, thank you.
What happened, love?
Well, he just thought he ought to make a fresh start somewhere else, you know, where nobody knows him.
Well, perhaps he's got a point.
You know, if that lot over there had only minded their own business. Because I think he had more guts doing what he did, going into work, than all them what condemned him.
There you are, love, get that down.
Oh, thank you very much. Cheers. Very nice.
And something else to butt you up and all. Just read that. There's no better when you're feeling down yourself than to hear about other folks' disasters.
Right, you never know, do you?
But I'd close your mouth, love. I can see your feet.
We've talked about nothing else in the cafe all day.
I know, I've had 'em in here, pretending they want something, then looking disappointed when they don't see Mavis and slinging their hook.
You could make a bomb, couldn't you? A poster in window. Don't just read about today's news, step right inside and see it in the flesh.
Brian! Where is she, Mavis?
Taken to her bed, I think.
Ah, it'll soon blow over.
I keep telling her that.
Hey, I wonder if this magazine would be interested in my honeymoon story.
I don't think they're interested in miserable failures. Are they, Rita?
I doubt it.
A failure? You went on the Isle of Man in a daze all week. You couldn't believe your luck.
He honestly believes that, you know.
They have to, love. It's the only thing that makes them feel superior.
It's based on very flimsy foundations.
I know.
Come on, Tiger. Let's see if I can find you some raw meat. Tell Mavis not to worry.
Right.
Same here.
OK. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
Yes, love.
You're not Mavis Riley, are you? No, you're not.
Who are you?
The Shin, Mavis?
Who are you?
Jim Lomax. I'm a freelance reporter. I work for the Nationals, the daily papers. I wanted a word with Miss Riley. I'm sure you know what about.
Sorry, she's not in.
Where is she?
Gone to her mother's.
Oh, where's that?
Not at liberty to tell you.
Are you sure she's not in?
I said so, didn't I?
Look, I only want a few minutes with her to get a few points straight about the story in the Gazette.
She wouldn't talk to you about that if she was here. Now, if you don't mind, I've got work to do.
When is she coming back from her, mother's?
No idea.
I can wait.
No point. Could be next month.
Are you her boss?
No, I'm just me. Good afternoon.
Much obliged. Cheerio.
Hello.
Hi. You're early.
Yeah, I've had enough.
What happened with Sally?
I fired her, good as. Paid her up and she's gone.
Really?
Well, what else could I do? She used us.
Us?
Yeah, first you told us the story about Mavis, and then she used the recorder to get it for the Gazette.
No flies on Sally.
You almost say that as if you envy her.
She knows what she wants and she means to get it. Good luck to her.
Whatever means she uses.
I can't see her murdering anybody, can you?
That's the criteria, is it? As long as you don't murder anybody, grab the cherry.
You only live once, Ken. I think the trick is not to have too many regrets.
Not success at any price, though. Or happiness.
Anyway, I've got you a nice fillet steak for your tea. Build your strength up for your night job.
Yeah, I can't be everything, I suppose. A star journalist like Sally and a do-it-yourself expert. There's no such beast.
Probably not.
Hello, I was just coming up to see if you were all right.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, I've been giving myself a good talking to, and well, I can't cower in my flat again. Did all my cowering after my non-wedding.
Still, a couple of days out of circulation.
No, I've decided, Rita. I'm going to brazen it out.
Good for you. You coming round tonight?
I'll see.
Right, see you later. Hey, and remember, don't go talking to any more reporters. We don't want you on 6 o'clock news as well, do we?
I won't.
There are.
I'm sorry, we're just closing.
Miss Riley, isn't it?
Yes.
Pleased to meet you, Jim Lomax. Whoa, it's parky outside tonight, isn't it?
Sorry, I don't think I know you.
I didn't know the lady mentioned I'd be calling back. Oh, I always like to check my facts, you see. It's an obsession with me. This story in the Gazette. There are one or two things that just don't ring true.
Are you the reporter that came before?
That's me. For instance, they must have got your age wrong. You can't be 47.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not saying anything.
How old are you? 40? 35?
Will you please go?
You can trust me, you know, Mavis.
I don't have to trust you.
I live here in Weatherfield. If I write a lot of rubbish, you can find me, can't you? Complain about me to the press council if you like.
Will you please go?
But the others who'll be coming, they'll be strangers.
What others?
Reporters from Manchester. Probably London as well. It's a good story.
How many of them?
Oh, half a dozen, a dozen.
Well, I won't talk to them either.
Oh, they can be very persistent. Camp on your doorstep for days. Beat a path to your bathroom if they have to. I can help you avoid all that. I can, Mavis.
How?
Talk to me and I'll talk to them. I'm a freelance, you see. I'll tell them your story just as you tell it to me. No embellishments, no fiction. One interview and it'll be all over. Oh, I'm only thinking of what's best for you, Mavis. Honestly, it'll save you a lot of hassle.
I'm not sure.
Trust me.
Oh, all right,
Yeah,
then.
you'll not regret it. Now, you live round here, don't you?
Yes, in the flat upstairs.
Oh, well, do you think we could,
Oh, I'll just lock up first.